Hello all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's that one villain here with World of Warships. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've done a World of Warships, and well, for a pretty good reason. I've been kind of getting into World of Tanks lately, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. And well, when I stopped playing World of Warships, well, I was just, I was just having really bad games. Like, RNGesus was really hating me. But recently I've been playing some games, and especially in this new premium carrier. Yes, premium carrier, Saipan. Yes, time for a review. But, yes. So, the Saipan. It's expensive, but I believe if you're planning on playing American carriers and you want a premium carrier for your captain, or you just want a carrier in general, if you're a ship collector or something, this is perfect, honestly. So, my thoughts on the Saipan. I think it is a very good ship. However, and there is a however, it does take some getting used to, and I'm not completely used to it yet. So the gameplay that you'll see is going to be, well, mediocre at best. But hey, we'll figure it out together. And this is quickly becoming one of my favorite premiums, actually. And I'm pretty much have most of them, if not, well, most of them. Aurora, Romance, Mikhail Kutuzov, Isuzu, whatever that one is. The Japanese battleship one. If you guys want to see reviews of these ships, let me know down in the comments below, and I will take into consideration, and we'll do a review of them. But for now, Saipan. So, Tier 7. To be honest, it's good at Tier 7. It is certainly decent against Rangers, but it does suffer in comparison when facing against Lexingtons and Essexes. But, yet again, carriers always suffer when paired against higher tiers. So, it's kind of a trade-off. However, to make up for that, you do have Tier 9 aircraft. Yes, that's right. You have Tier 9 aircraft in a Tier 7 aircraft carrier. These are the same aircraft that you get on the Essex. Yes, that is right. However, you don't have the same number of planes as an Essex. This is one of the big things with the Saipan. You only get 3 to 4 aircraft per squadron. So your fighter squadrons only have 3 planes. Your torpedo bomber squadron, 3 planes only. Your dive bombers actually are different, and it has to do with the flight control modules, which it gets 2 of them. It has the first one and then the second one, and we'll take a look at them. So the first flight control module, you'll see I have mounted here. That's 1, 2, 3 fighters. No torpedo bombers, but you do get dive bombers. And yes, these are Tier 9 dive bombers, so they do carry the 1,000-pound bombs. And at Tier 7, one of those can be extremely punishing. Especially against Tier 5s. It's actually quite hilarious if you can land, say, 2 or 3 of these, but that's a big if. One of the issues I've come across running this loadout, well, and this is just an opinion here, but my opinion on air superiority loadouts for any CV in general is a waste of a CV. Honestly. I am very, very adamant about using strike loadouts. Just because you're doing more for your team, you can help them a lot more. You're not going to be able to, put down the enemy fighters as effectively or at all if you're running tiers 4 through 8 in the American line. But you can sink ships. You can do that much more effectively than if you do, an air loadout, because it's simply just doesn't do enough damage. The potential damage is there. There's 8 bombers per squad in this squadron. So you do have a maximum damage potential of close to 100,000 and 1 bomb strike. However, they're American bombers, so they have a larger bomb drop area. They aren't the Japanese where it's, the size of a destroyer. No, it's the size of a battleship. So if you're hitting anything other than battleships with these bombers, you're probably going to miss. It's just that painful, even with the extra 2 to 3 bombers in this squad. So, and in one of my replays, you'll see that I'm running this loadout because, gotta show both sides of the coin. I actually do get quite lucky in that game, and I do get some bomb hits. But for the most part, it's RNGesus. RNGesus, guys. He's a cruel master. Which is pretty much why I like to run the second flight control module, which is the famous 220 loadout. Yes, it gets the 220 loadout, so everyone who is mad that the Essex and the Midway lost their 122 loadout, well, there's a reason, and this is the reason. However, you only get 3 planes per squadron. They are tier 9, but you only get 3 of them for a maximum of 6. So theoretically, your damage output is cut in half. However, you can control this damage. Whereas with bombs, it's, yet again, RNGesus. So, if you don't like taking chances, this is the loadout for you. If taking chances is more your thing, maybe you would enjoy this loadout. But, personally, I don't like taking chances because, RNGesus doesn't like me. So, now let's take a look at the planes themselves. The Vote F4U, standard tier 9, they go very fast. They go 178 knots. You're going to outrun everything except for the Essex fighters. So, that's nice. And the Douglas 8182 Sky Raider. Fully loaded, they go 155 knots. And yes, these are the same plane. Well, technically they're not, but they basically are. So, fully loaded, they go 155 knots. Now remember, one of the last patches implemented a change where if they drop their bombs or their torpedoes, they do go faster. They travel a lot faster, especially the bombers. These guys travel pretty much as fast as the fighters, which make them actually fairly decent scouts. But yet again, your fighters make really decent scouts too, because they go so fast. However, and here's a big kicker with the Saipan, your anti-aircraft is not good. 58, that's like Japanese cruiser levels. It's not good, to be honest, especially if you're fighting against higher tier aircraft. It's essentially useless. which is why you need to rely on your fighter's speed to get you out of danger. So you are kind of crippled there. But if you use your fighters proactively and you use the strafe ability, then you shouldn't really have any problems. I'm still honestly learning how to use a strafe, and I'm still learning carriers. And it's actually been a lot of fun, but you know, that's beside the point. So, I mean, survivability, 44,600. That's actually, I believe, the most out of the tier 7s. The Ranger has 43,700. The Hiryu, where'd you go? There you are. The Hiryu has 45. So, well, not quite as much as the Hiryu, but more than the Ranger. Somewhere in the middle. Armor, well, nobody cares. You're not gonna bounce any shells in this thing. And everyone's gonna fire HE at you, so yeah, armor's useless. Maximum speed, 33 knots. It's actually a very quick ship, but yet again, tier 7, we kind of expect that from carriers now. Turning circle radius is actually really small. This is, I believe, only 100 meters wider than the Independence. And it's even shorter than the Hiryu. The Hiryu, I believe, is at 1,000. Yep. So, I mean, it is very maneuverable. But it doesn't act like it, and it's really due to that rudder shift time. 16 seconds. It takes the rudder 16 seconds to go all the way from this way, all the way that way. So, it takes about 8 seconds to turn completely. And, well, if you get caught with torpedoes coming in, you know, over here, they're coming in, you're not going to be able to, you know, thread the gap too well. But, hey, fighters. Your biggest issue is going to be, honestly, destroyers and enemy aircraft carriers is your biggest issue with the Saipan. Concealment, pretty decent. It does come with the camouflage, the premium camouflage, which is, you know, -3 detectability, -4 firing accuracy, and 50% XP. So it does have that going for it. Air detectability range is kind of weird at 12.7. So yeah, you gotta have to look out for enemy planes. So yeah, let's take her out for a spin and see what happens. I will warn you, this is going to be a very long video because, well, aircraft carrier gameplay does take a long time, and the second video is going to be heavily edited, really just to show the highlights of it. The first video, well, skip it if you would like, but I'm going to show most of it anyways, just to see how the fighters work and how the dive bombers work. So yeah, let's take a look. So here we are. Take a look at the team list. You know, tier 8 battle. Very tier 8 battle. Wow, only 3 tier 7s total. So we're gonna take a look at the AA superiority loadout. So, World of Warships replays does not really like me, which is why this is actually live, pretty much. So, as you can see, we're going to send out our fighters first. And, yep, 3 fighters. But, as you can see, they are very fast. So, our fourth one we're actually going to keep back a little until we know what's getting run out. Yep, 8 bombers. Nothing seen so far. The fighters do actually make extremely good scouts too, because they are so fast. So we're gonna head into here, just because, well, this is Destroyer Paradise, and we have HE bombs. So, cruisers there, don't want to go near them. And awesome, we have an AFK battleship and an AFK cruiser over here. This is dubious. Yep. You always want to kill scouts. Just because, you know. Okay. Alright, so. Oh no. And, yep, so the enemy ranger is running a... Ooh, that was not good. Yep, that was a nuke mistake. But, hey, I have extremely fast fighters. And there's one of their destroyers. And here we go. This is what I mean. Line it up. Line it up. Perfect. Miss. And there go his bombers. And that's the important part. You really need to make sure that you utilize that strafe. And, yep. This flank is totally fallen. Because, well, hey, nobody has gone this way. Yeah. But we don't have to worry about fighters. So our bombers have free reign. So we're gonna go for this Admiral Hipper here. Or, you know, Admiral Hipster. And who says aircraft gunners were useless? That was kind of a fail run, but yeah, it's a cruiser. Not done yet. I always forget how long 45 seconds actually is. Oh wow, that was my first bomb hit. With this, actually. Yep. Alright, time to motor the heck out of here. That was alright. Weird. And yeah, that's the most important part about this strike loadout, is that you really do have this AA power, and this is not good at all. We are not in a good situation. This right here is my main issue with running any sort of anti-air carriers. Yeah. It doesn't help your team. Not effective, and you just basically eliminate or try to eliminate the enemy aircraft carrier. And okay, Benson. Perfect run. Wow, that actually was a lot better than I was expecting. The nice thing about this, and yep, I've been spotted. Okay, time to motor the hell out of here. The nice thing about the 3 squads instead of the 6 squads is it does not take long at all for your fighters to get on airborne. Yeah, this is probably going to end in our defeat. Because, you know, reasons. Although they're aiming for our AFK ships, so that's nice. These cruisers are just wreaking havoc. But it is close. We have to find that destroyer. Before he caps us. Our useless Amagi. They are very pretty planes, though. Ooh, that's a lot of torpedoes. And he's engaged his Romulan cloaking device. Try and get a lucky guess. Oh, there he is. And not anymore. So, wow. Actually, this has been fairly decent. Some shameless advertising. And yeah, okay. So there's an Otago right there. I'm not sure if he's a newbie. Oh, no, there's the torpedoes. Let's go for the ram kill. Aww. Good game, though. Good game. And that is basically why I never run an air superiority or loadout. That was a very nice torp. Very nice torp. And, well, yeah. Good game. Team score? Yes, we didn't do really all that well. But, again, 35 kills, or 35 airplane kills. Where's the enemy ranger? Well, yeah. And that's why, yeah, strike loadouts, they're the way to go. So, this time we're going to check out the 220 loadout. And this video is going to be pretty heavily edited, and really it's going to only show the highlights, so don't be too surprised if the video jumps, and I do apologize, but seriously, aircraft gear gameplay is so boring to watch. So without further ado, here we go. And this time we're on Two Brothers. Actually, this is probably my favorite map right now. Not including a new one that is coming in 5.5, but more on that later. So, we're going to see how the team deploys, and we're going to launch our aircraft. So, here we are. And, sorry about the massive time jump. So, enemy Hiryu is doing a 222 loadout. We already have a kill, actually. Sorry, I forgot to unpause it there. Just an enemy destroyer. He lost his engine, and, well, he kind of paid the price. But, as we can see here, most of their ships are around here. And their enemy carrier is somewhere down here. But, I'm not really interested in the enemy carrier. I see a big, fat, juicy New York. Oh, yes, please. Not a terrible run, but... And actually, his fighters are bugged. So, we're just actually going to let his fighters be there. Oh no. That is not good. Let's see if we can get a ram. Yeah, that's not looking good. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Am I going to survive this? Oh no. I will survive it, but he did flub me. Okay. Johnny on the spot with that. Okay. Whew. Crisis averted. But we might be able to get a kill on this New York. And yep, good stuff. Man, hey, another plane shot down. But as we can see here, there's another battleship up here. And it's not looking too good. So I'm warning my team, there's an enemy battleship. So, yeah. So, here we go. What are you doing? No, stay together. Okay. This Fuso is pushing our flank. But, yeah, he's a Fuso. And here we go. Good night. And, yeah, I'm already making my case in point and why the strike loadout is just better. Gonna try and have to protect our friendly battleship over here. So, one nice thing I do like about World of Warships, though, is, you know, to be honest, the community is very nice. And I don't know why. There we go. So, it's... yeah, it's looking like a good win. This is kind of weird, because I've been having pretty much nothing but terrible games so far. So, at this point, we're just going to keep our fighters next to us. Just in case, you know, sneaky. It's in Atlanta. Doesn't look good. But, no. Oh, no. Okay. Oh well. We gotta deal with that enemy fighter squad. But, game's over. So, not a bad result, actually. Not top of the team, but hey. That's actually one of my best results in the Saipan so far. It takes a bit of getting used to, but overall, it is a good ship. It's just getting used to it. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoy the video and hit like, subscribe, help the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield. That one villain, signing out.